almost 60 years under human care. Now, I have a question for you while our trainers are getting their lunches ready over there. Dolphins live in the water, so they must be fish, right? No, they are not. That's right. Dolphins are mammals. Mammals like humans. So like other mammals, they share some characteristics with us. First of all, dolphins give live birth, usually to one cat at a time. And I have a question for you. Can any of you roll your tongue into a straw? Can any of you roll your tongue? Kind of like that. Some of us can, some of us can't. All baby dolphins can roll their tongue into a straw. They roll their tongue into a straw, and then they insert this tongue into one of two mammary slits on the bottom side of the mother. And this allows the baby dolphins to drink milk without drinking salt water. Very clever, very clever. So you can see Buster is a male. By the way, one way you can tell Buster and Bo apart, if you look real closely, Buster has what looks like white lipstick on his rostrum. Remember, they do not have noses. That peak is indeed called a rostrum. Bo does not have that lipstick-looking rostrum on her end of her rostrum there. Like other mammals, dolphins breathe air. I want all of you from DeWitt Elementary to do me a favor. Hold your nose. Everybody from DeWitt Elementary, hold your nose. Now breathe in your mouth. Now breathe out of your mouth. Now breathe in your mouth. Now breathe out of your mouth. Question, can you breathe in and out of your mouth? Yes, we just did it, right? We just did it. But guess what? Bo and Buster did not breathe out of their mouth. Instead, they're going to breathe out of that hole on top of their head. What's it called? A blowhole. That's exactly right. So as we watch with Miss Kelly and Miss Emma work with Bo and Buster, remember, that tells us pretty awesome. Remember, any noises that the dolphins make will come out of the top of their head and knock them out. While Bo is upside down, I want you to look at her belly. You see how her belly is white, her ventral side is white? But if you look at Buster, his back or his dorsal side is dark. Oh, now you can see his belly too. That is very important. That coloration pattern is very important for animals that live in the ocean. It's called counter shading, and it makes good sense if you think about it. If you're white on your belly like Bo and Buster, and you swim above something, you blend into the sky. But if you're dark on your back, and you swim below something, you blend into the ocean depths. So counter shading is a way of avoiding predators and a way of sneaking up on prey. Now you're going to notice Bo and Buster have three of this 650,000 gallon pool, while CJ is being confined to two smaller pools back here. That's because CJ was a rescue dolphin that is now being introduced to Bo and Buster. In just a few weeks, we hope to lift the gates, and CJ will be able to swim freely with Bo and Buster. Remember, Bo and Buster have been together for about 30 years. They've only had CJ for less than a year now. Let's talk a little bit about the fins of the dolphins. Everybody stick your hands out to your side. Everybody stick your arms out to your side. If you were Bo and Buster, right now you would be sticking out your pectoral fins or your pectoral flippers. And these flippers have bones in them, just like your hands have bones in them. And these flippers, fins, help the dolphin steer through the water. They can go up, they can go down, they can turn left, they can turn right, they can even wave and see. Now, what about the fin on the back of the dolphin? Does anybody remember what that's called from the fish biology class, Miss Nancy Thomas? It's on the dorsal side. Okay. Then top the tail. It's called the dorsal fin. Dorsal fins are unique among dolphins. Just like your fingerprints are unique to you, dolphins' dorsal fins are unique to the dolphins. So one way we can identify the dolphins in the wild is by taking pictures of their dorsal fins, bringing them back here to the Institute, and comparing them to our large database.
Very good.
There's one of those noises right there that come out of the blowhole. The fin on the very end of the dolphin, that's called the tail fins. There's actually two fins. We call them the flukes. As you can see, those flukes are very powerful with those tail sounds we just witnessed a minute ago. There are no muscles muscles or bones. All the muscles are in the base of the toe, right where Miss Kelly's holding with her left hand, and an area known as the peduncle. Can you guys say that word, peduncle? Yeah, it's kind of a funny word, peduncle, but it's the strongest group of muscles in the entire dolphin body. They can push the dolphin through the water at speeds of up to 30 miles an hour, which is pretty fast if you live in the water. Dolphins' bodies are streamlined or torpedo shaped. Their skin is very smooth, as our guests are witnessing right now there. And this streamlined body and this smooth skin allows the dolphin to slice through the water very easily. If you ever see a dolphin in the wild, please do not approach it like our guests are doing with these dolphins right here. And please never feed wild dolphins. They are perfectly safe on their own. If you ever have an opportunity to go out to our local barrier islands, chances are you will see some of these dolphins in the wild. One of the highest concentrations of Atlantic bottlenose dolphins in the world live in the northern Gulf of Mexico and the Mississippi Sound. So we see these guys out there pretty regularly. Now,